Don't do it. Are you scared yet?
Terrified.
It's legit now. It's recording for real. This is happening.
The red light's on, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's blinking. Says it's recording.
Mm.
Like I said, don't get scared now.
I don't get like 20 takes like I do for when I record guitar and stuff.
No, this is I mean it's recording, but it's live. So yeah, here we are. A Thursday evening with Arbor Atlantic. How you guys doing?
Good, good. How about you?
Doing good. You?
I'm doing very good. I mean it's Thursday. Thursday's the new Friday. I'm hoping that maybe you guys are joining me in a beverage tonight or no?
I'm not tonight.
Oh my God.
I gotta
Don't
be
you
up
brew
early.
beer?
I do. I do.
This is upsetting.
I can. I can certainly join you in a beverage.
I don't want to drink alone.
All right, I'll
Hell
crack
yeah.
something.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. Will, I was saving the beer you gave me at Back
Oh
Mountain
boy.
Brewing Company
Okay.
for a special occasion. And I thought, what more special than talking to you guys tonight?
Good stuff.
All
Good stuff.
right.
You can walk me through the
Documentation. We got some
All right, what do
brews
we got?
going.
What do we got?
We've got a Kolsch from Telluride Brewing Company
Ooh, okay. Where's that at?
in Telluride, Colorado.
Colorado? Cool.
Yeah.
I kind of figured, but I didn't want to assume, There's so many beers out there now.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and obviously this is a music related podcast, but I feel like we're going to talk about music tonight. We're talking about just life in general. And now we're talking about beer to start things off. But like,
Cool.
there's so many beers and Will, you are a home brewer.
Yep.
Like I said, I do have a beer of yours here that I'm excited to try. You can walk me through that. But I mean, remember when we just had like what, 5 beers to choose from?
Oh yeah.
And now if you're a beer company, you can get in hot water real quick. You have Kid Rock shooting guns at your product. Crazy,
Interesting.
crazy world.
Interesting times. Interesting
That's
times.
for
Crazy
sure.
world. It's just like just drink the goddamn beer. Like, don't get so upset about shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You
But
got it.
cheers. Cheers to those who are having a beverage.
Cheers. As I try not to
Cheers.
spill this on
Thank
my
you.
laptop.
Okay. Don't do that. Joe, thank you for not allowing me to drink alone on a Thursday evening.
I couldn't. I couldn't even think of it.
I appreciate it. So guys, what's going on?
Well, it's getting into the evening here. I'm a little less into the evening than you are.
Yeah, Joe,
So
where are you at? I mean, it's still light outside.
how'd you know that wasn't just like a fancy filter?
No, there's no way.
I am in Denver.
Denver. Okay, that's where you're getting beer from Colorado. That makes
Exactly.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I've been out here for a little over a year.
Oh, so I guess to the reason that Arbor Atlantic is like defunct.
Defunct.
It's your fault. It's your fault. The band broke up.
If you mean defunct as in like the funkiness of Will's guitar, then maybe.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, so you guys have been at it for I feel like a while. I just saw you guys released an album on the streaming services just recently, correct?
Yep.
The
Yeah, that
Duality.
was duality. Yep.
Yep. And that was recorded like 9 years ago.
Yeah, basically like 9 years. We have three more that are done that still we're in the process of kind of, the recordings are all done, but just got to mix, master. Most of them
Wait,
are out there on SoundCloud for you to listen to, you know what I mean? But just the actual, final production isn't done on
why make the people wait? What are we doing here?
them.
There's a guy who lives in Denver who's very slow at mixing.
I told you it's your fault. You're causing.
I know it's my fault. But listen. I'm drinking a beer with you, so I get points.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll let
There
you
you
go.
go.
I'll stop bragging on you. So you've been there for a year, you said?
Yeah, a little over a year. I
A
think it
little over a year.
was December 21. Moved here.
Okay. So yeah, a little over a year. And Will, you're still local to NEPA,
You got it. Yeah, still here in the back mountain.
waiting to die. It's
Yeah.
funny though. I mean, everyone says like, "Oh, I gotta get out of the the valley, the valley, the valley. They all come back. Joe will be
Oh yeah,
back.
that's for sure.
2 years from now, Joe will be back. He'll be here. It's
Hanging
like,
out mountaintop again.
why did I leave here? What took you to Colorado?
I mean, love, of course.
Oh, they always do it to us, right?
Indeed.
They say they have no power. They say they have no power, but they have the most power.
Infinite, unlimited power.
Right? Like, I mean, we will do anything for them. It's crazy. We'll get married for them. We'll have children for them.
Well, marriage is coming up, August.
Yeah. Oh, buddy, congrats.
Oh, thank you.
Man, she yeah, makes you move, get married. Your life's over.
Well, I've got Kolsch.
Marriage is a wonderful thing. I genuinely enjoy being married, and I love our life together. Two beautiful, amazing children, all the good stuff, right? I mean, it is
For
hard
sure.
to find sleep, but it is what it is. That's why I do these so late, because I wait till the kids go to bed. I make sure that I'm a father and a husband, and we do dinner together and read the books before bed and all the fun stuff. And then I just stay up really late doing stuff like this. But I mean, I love it. I
Yeah.
love talking to guys like you.
Sleep's overrated anyway.
I'll sleep when I'm dead, right?
Exactly.
plenty of
All the
time.
time. All the time then.
There's time though during the day. I just like sit there and I could literally close my eyes and feel myself like go out immediately. And I don't know if it's because I'm fat and I probably have sleep apnea. And I should probably have like a CPAP machine. And I just don't get good sleep. In addition to my child waking up, but I don't know. One of these days I'll lose the weight. But this doesn't help. The beer doesn't help. Pizza in NEPA doesn't help. Being 40 doesn't help.
Yeah,
Beer
we don't have
helps
pizza
other
out here,
things,
so
though.
it helps a little bit.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, have you found good pizza out there? I
No,
still don't
no,
get it.
not now. There's plenty of good food. It's a big city, right? But
Yeah.
no, everyone has sworn up and down. Oh, this is the place. This is the place. No,
Yeah. Yeah. If
It's
you're coming
never
from
the place.
NEPA, you're never gonna find it.
yeah, you gonna take me to a place like get me Angelo's with sweet sauce out here? I don't think so.
I was in Vegas one time and I found a decent spot and I don't remember the name at all. I had to look for it, but it actually wasn't bad pizza in Vegas.
Oh, they fly it in from Wilkes-Barre.
Maybe. Maybe. I guess I just expected it to taste so much worse because of all the things you hear. And it wasn't terrible, so I don't know.
Oh, you found the unicorn then.
Maybe. So good that I forget the name. But here we are. So Arbor Atlantic. I was gonna ask you guys about shows and stuff like that, but I guess that's not gonna happen because Joe fucking left.
Just dropping the ball like left and right.
Not
So-
I don't even know what
Did
it feels like to hold the ball.
So how long have you guys
Yeah.
been a band for? I mean, we're joking. The band's not dead. We have the technology to, share files from across the world. We can still
Oh, yeah.
create music, right? But let
Yeah.
me give you a little bit of a background. I mean, obviously, when I had a radio show, I play a few of your songs, and we've never been able to talk at length like we are right now. So,
Sure.
give me a quick history lesson on the band.
Yeah. It was what, I don't know, like 11 years ago now, I think, something like that. We met at a mutual friend's house. Alcohol beverages, imbibed, and got to talking. I was writing like instrumental post rock kind of stuff at the time, and Joe was doing some acoustic stuff, and we were just like talking about music, and we're like, oh, we should write something together. And then it just kind of took off from there, like, evolved over time, and it like initially when we first started recording that first album, like the chemistry was perfect. Like works so well together. There's never any issues. So that's big.
Has anyone told you guys that you sound a little bit like the Mars Volta?
I've heard it a lot.
Yeah, definitely
good,
heard
right?
it. Yeah.
And definitely, and it makes sense. I mean, Omar and them were a big influence on me when I started playing guitar and all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely elements of that in there, even on the heavier stuff.
And also brand new. I'm not sure if it's okay to say that, right? The lead singer got in a little bit of trouble. It doesn't take away from the music, right?
Right.
Well, brand new. And then have you ever heard of a band called Dredge?
That's not what I'm familiar with.
No,
No?
no dredge.
Look it up.
Okay.
Got some homework.
Dredge. I found them by that's your homework for the evening.
Assignment
Dredge.
accepted.
I found them by accident in 2005. There's an album called Catch Without Arms. It's very good. I think you guys will dig it.
Nice.
But I forget what song. I immediately started listening to the song, and I was like, "That's brand new." Couldn't tell you the song. It's off the one you guys just released, though. I think.
Okay.
I think. Let's see. It's Good Night and Good Luck. Nope. The Unspoken. Sounds like brand new. I hope I don't get in trouble for playing this. The Unspoken sounds like brand news.
I know what you're gonna say. Oh God, that's right off of
I can hear it now that you say it. It's the bass
Yeah.
line, right?
the bass
Yeah.
line starting it off.
Very first start of it, yeah. Yes. Six Transit Gloria.
That's it.
That's the one. You ripped it off, I think. Actually, I don't know, depending on the time frame, maybe they ripped you off. That could have been your song. You could have been on top of the world. Making a better name for yourselves than they did.
Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble.
No. Well, you guys wouldn't do that. So several years ago, met up, started making music. And then Joe left. Story's over.
The end. Yeah. Great podcast.
It's been a good 10 minutes. But no, talk about, I mean, you got all this music coming out. I mean, it's available, right? I'm sure you have it on CD somewhere and things like that. You're putting it on the streaming services, but talk about the music. Talk about I feel like you have a lot, and I don't want to say no one's heard of you before. I hope that in your circles, obviously they know of you, and hopefully when I played it on the radio, and I know you're on 979X occasionally too, like hopefully that kind of exposes you to new audiences. But I think you guys kind of have flown under the radar as far as the music itself and the amount that you have out there. And is that on purpose? Like, do you just want to you're just doing it for you, and that's kind of it?
Basically, I mean that's been kind of the goal from the beginning, was just to make stuff, just create whatever. I mean, if you listen to the 3 albums that we have out now, they're all very different, and even the next 3 that we have done are all very different from each other. Some are more all indie math rocky, and then some are like more Tool style, like heavier stuff. Yeah, it's all just about making whatever kind of feels right in the moment, or there's never really a big goal in mind, with most of the stuff outside of a concept album we're working on. But that's a whole nother thing.
Like I said, was it math rock?
A little bit here and there.
That's an interesting segment of the music world. It's cool. Yeah. It's cool, but it's like, I don't know what they call it. What do they call it? Math rock.
Just the polyrhythms and the timing signature. It's basically all just on the rhythmic and time signature changes and stuff, usually being different from standard 4/4, 3/4 kind of stuff.
I don't know what you just said.
I don't know what you just said either, so it's fine.
I like to think that I know what sounds good, but if you asked me to create it, I would be like, what? No.
Yeah, I just sing. Don't look at me.
No instruments? You just sing for real?
I can play a guitar, but not like him.
Okay.
So I can strum things if there's a campfire involved.
Mm, that's good. That's
But
good. So you said you're working on like a concept album.
Yeah.
What does that? What does that look like?
Oh God, it was something we had an idea for, like when we started like when we started jamming together and stuff. We recorded a couple
like our
songs,
second
like
song.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, our second song was like this heavy, crazy thing, and we had like a little bit of an idea for a story or whatever, and just not familiar enough with the recording software and everything to really do it the right way. And now it's been like so long that we're like, I think we could finally do it the right way. And yeah, kind of got a story mapped out and starting to put some words in with some extra instrumentation, trying to make it a little more cinematic and stuff like that. But it's going to be a big project.
Yeah.
Probably be 2 albums worth of material.
No kidding. That sounds like a lot.
I got plenty of time to terrorize my neighbors. So
How far along are you right now?
What I got the music written for most of the songs, minus a few intermissions and stuff like that. Outside of just refining that, and vocals we have done for I think two or three of the songs now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happens? Do you send the music to Joe and he kind of figures it out, or how does that kind of work?
Yeah, it depends on the day. I mean, most of the time we end up working together, so we'll get on it. I mean, we'll get on Zoom and crack a brew, and
Like tonight.
exactly.
Maybe we'll make some music tonight. Let's make some music.
Maybe. Yeah, and then we'll just go back and forth. I mean, usually for the most part, Will's got a lot of the music done already, and I'll hop in and okay, what am I hearing in here? Like throw some words in, and what do you think about this? Okay, and then I usually just watch his face, and if his face isn't telling me yes, then I just delete it and do something else. So
I kind of feel like that's a hard thing to do, just based on the 20 minutes that we've been together.
it was easier when we could do it in person for sure, but we started doing it remote when good old 2020 started.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, we started becoming more productive in a strange way. I don't know why. I mean, it might just be coincidental because we started working on new material, but it works.
Yeah.
It works. And I was in there. I was actually over there. We had a recording session in person. I was there over Thanksgiving, so that was fun.
Made the trip back home.
I did. I was home for 2 days and I got the flu.
Oh, sweet.
So
That's
it was a
awesome.
fun trip. Yeah, it was a fun trip. Got some jams in though, so that's fine.
All right.
That was what matters.
Yeah.
That's why you came in.
Did you get it from Will? Were you sucking on his tongue like the Dalai Lama?
I was just gonna say.
People don't know about that. I said it at work today, referring to a customer. We were doing a job for him, and his hats were due today, and some things happened, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, he's gonna punch me in the mouth. Maybe suck on my tongue. I don't know." And like they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm like, well, I guess that didn't.
Yeah,
land.
if you don't know that one, there's no land in it.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna crash.
Yeah, it did until like 5 minutes later, they started talking about it. He's like, "That's what you meant by that?" I said, "Yeah." Read the fucking news. Go on Facebook or Instagram. You're gonna see it.
There's this thing called the internet.
Yeah. What he's doing. Well, they're smarter than me. They stay off the internet. They don't get caught up in the,
It is a wise choice. Yeah.
right? Kind of, right? We should limit it to things like this, and sharing music. And there should be no news, and we'd be in a better place.
What about news about brewskis?
Yes. Well, that'd be cool if maybe you could filter. I'm assuming you could probably filter like news, right?
I would assume so.
Maybe.
I'm sure there's a way.
If it pops up, you just say, "I don't want to see this anymore." Like, it's like, New York Post or whatever. Like, I'd assume, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know. But I also want to stay informed.
It's good to stay informed, but it wears on you.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It's tiresome.
Well, sometimes we'll turn it into songs.
Do you?
We have a couple, kind of
What
heavy material songs.
What are those songs about? Let's go. Come on.
I guess I opened a can of worms, didn't I? I guess if we're going to keep it somewhat generic, we have quite a few about the hypocrisy of various organizations.
Okay.
So
that's fair. You have to call anybody out. I mean, my 5 listeners, I don't want you guys to offend them. So yeah, keep it generic.
We don't want to offend our 3 listeners. So
combined, we have 8 now. Now we're growing. Now we're
even
growing.
Number. It's great.
Here we go. Here we go. We're growing.
Amazing.
What else?
We definitely had a couple political themed songs. We just tend to bury them under kind of darker imagery.
Yeah,
I'd say. Political regarding those in office, or is it political regarding what's the word I want to use? Or
the man is bad.
Okay. That's enough said.
Yeah.
I got you. I know if it was policies or if it was, certain
a
individuals.
Little bit of everything. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Is it one-sided though? Because I feel like politics in general, it's just like that's worse than the news. I mean, it's just like,
oh yeah,
how do we like move forward and get out of the shit that we're in? Because I mean, I'll admit right now, I voted for Joe Biden, and I almost regret it daily. Now, was he the lesser of 2 evils? Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. It's like, and if you don't want to get into it, you don't have to. But like, this might be, outside of people I work with and my wife, that might be the first time I've publicly said who I voted for. But it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot. I mean it's depending on where you were born, you were given a red hat or a blue hat and told to fight against the other color hat.
Why do we why do we do that? I don't understand that at all. Well, anyway, it's money, power.
Well, people with money and power don't want people without money and power to have it.
Right. But I feel like
so they hand out hats. Everybody likes hats. Did you ever just get a hat and been like, oh man, I got a hat. Like maybe I don't love the hat, but I'm gonna wear it sometime.
I never thought we would see an individual or a president be able to take a hat and ruin it for everyone. I'm talking about Trump. In his red hat. We actually made an Axelrad. We made red hats and we put like a white script font on it for Axelrad. And I'm like, I can't wear that. I can't wear that outside. Like, and I mean, it doesn't even look close to MAGA.
Red hats are right out. They are just right out.
Yeah, gone. I mean, we had Fred Durst who made them cool, and then all of a sudden they're not cool anymore. It sucks.
No more rolling with the red hats anymore.
Yeah, we got to bring back red hats somehow.
I don't think we can.
I don't
think we can.
It's going to be years from now.
Who would have thought?
Digging up like old like recordings. Like, what is this red hat? Was this a symbol of peace once?
Who would have thought? It's a shame. But here we are. It's 2023. And we're fighting over beer. We're fighting over red hats. We're fighting over policy. We're fighting over everything. We're more divided now than we've ever been before, in my opinion,
I would agree with that.
which is crazy.
It is. I mean, when you have all of the technology to connect
Yeah.
people,
We're more connected than ever before, but we're more divided than ever before.
well, those two things might be related too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you think about like, you know, the things that you see online, you know, are things that are delivered to you because maybe they want to spark outrage, or you're seeing only the things that you believe in. So you kind of like live in an echo chamber. It's this weird thing. I think the internet, the problem is the internet. It sucks.
Our greatest invention and
It is.
possibly our
It's
our
the
demise.
greatest thing ever.
And the start of our downfall. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we would never be doing this if we didn't have the internet, right? So many good things with the internet. And I always say it's a blessing and a curse.
For sure.
It's so
Absolutely.
cool. It's so cool. You can order something today. It's going to be here at your house tomorrow. Do you ever think about what would happen, or what would have happened during the pandemic if you couldn't get food delivered to your house?
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I mean, I can tell you about 20 pounds that wouldn't have happened, but
No, but think about, I mean, we're 3 years removed, right? But like, you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, how do you get food? Break the rules. Just go.
yeah, I mean, I don't think everybody's gonna start growing it.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, but people don't have the skill set for that anymore.
We don't.
We're
I wish I
relying on
did.
it.
I'm very sad that I don't. There's a saying. I'm not gonna try and say it because I'll fuck it up like I always do. You think I would know it by now? But there's a saying about strong men make easier times, and easier times make soft men, and soft men, whatever. I forget it. See, I told you to fuck it up. There's a saying, but we become like soft to a degree, right? I mean, I remember when I was younger, I used to go out in the woods with my dad, and we would cut down old trees for firewood to heat our homes, right? And I remember when I was younger, I'm like, this blows. I don't want to do this when I'm older. I'm one day I'm gonna make enough money where I can just pay for heat. That's what I did. And think
Then
about now,
part of you wants to go back out into the woods and cut things down.
part of me, right? But in the same sense too, like, our parents told us like, work smarter, not harder. Use your brain. Um, get that high paying desk job. Don't go be a plumber. Don't go be this. Don't go into a trade. I remember being on a school bus, and you kind of made fun of those kids that were going to trade schools. Well, they'd be outside smoking cigarettes, so like they were like the bad kids, right? But now we're lacking in the trade field. Those guys and girls can name their price. They can walk through the door, and charge $200 just to walk through the door. I wish I did that. I'm dumb.
Yeah, meanwhile, you got people with expensive degrees that can't find work. Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Drowning in crazy debt that it's just
Life-changing debt. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
they'll never get out from under that.
Yeah, it's a predatory amount of
Something's broken.
Yeah.
Something's broken. Can we fix it? I mean, the three of us. Can we fix it?
Can we fix it?
Yeah,
wow.
you think we can fix it?
Well, we got to start 8 listeners at a time.
Our message needs to be heard. I don't know. Kind of go off topic
If
there.
only there were a podcast.
Right. Maybe this is the life-changing podcast that no one's going to hear.
The one.
That no one's going to hear.
2023 started it. Yeah.
Oh man. Sorry, we got off on a tangent there. But that's what I love about doing this. Because we can. There's no set format. But we were talking about your concept album. Most of it's done. We need some lyrics, right?
Yeah.
So Joe, no more slacking.
Yeah, that's per usual.
No more wasting your time talking to bozos like me. Are you regretting that right now? Like, are you regretting this whole thing, saying I'm going to sacrifice the 2 hours of sunlight that I have to talk to me?
Like I could be mixing right now.
Or you could be
I
out. You could be outside in Colorado enjoying the friggin' weather.
mean, it's sunny every day here.
I know, but like, I mean, it's going to get
It's
dark
85
eventually.
yesterday. Eventually, I mean, it's gonna get dark pretty soon. It's about sundown.
I know, but like, I'm looking back. I'm looking behind you, and I'm like, man, it's a nice. Looks like a nice evening out there. You could be out there
Yeah, it is.
walking around.
It could be. Yeah,
Maybe hit,
looking out at Coors Field right now. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Damn, you're living the dream.
yeah. We were just at a game the other day. Yeah, good time.
That's sweet. That's sweet. It's not Fenway
It's
Park,
good.
but
Well, but it's $14, so it's fine.
yeah, I mean, that's sweet. That's real cool. So you do regret this decision, or you don't?
Oh no,
Hmm.
we're hanging out, having a conversation, drinking
All
the
right.
brews.
All right.
Well, what's the regret about that?
Well, I think
What's
I'm gonna tap into Will's beer here.
Oh, what do you got?
Oh, good
Is
luck.
that
I don't know. What is it? So here, let me set this up real quick. Will was kind enough to come out to the release of Popko's Porter. I have a can right here. At the Back Mountain Brewing Company. Me and Clay brewed some beer, and the money that was for the raised from the sale of the beer went to our high school music program because, as we know, all the arts, the funding always gets cut from them first. But we got to take care of the football team and the field and the baseball team and all the whatever you want to call it. And poor kids turning into music get shafted. So hopefully the donation went to it went to a good cause, but hopefully it was allocated effectively. But like I said, Will was there. Joe, you were not because you were, off in Colorado. But
Doing Colorado
well,
things.
whatever,
Doing Colorado
that's fine.
things,
That's
yeah.
fine. Drinking Telluride, or who do they support? Really? I mean, come on. Anywho, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. they probably do very, very great things for the community. That's what I love about beer. I'm sure Will can kind of talk to that too. It's just like I feel like
Yep.
beer and brew pubs and things like that, they could be an extremely valuable part of the community, whether it's gatherings and things like that, or donating money to a high school music program. But Will came out with his wife, right? You were there with wife?
Yep.
And he like nonchalantly like slipped me this beer. Like almost like put it in my pocket. Not really. I think he had to go to the car to get it. That would have been cooler if he just like, yo, dude.
It's like those people that pick your pockets and like you don't even know. You're just like, what's this in my pocket?
Yeah, he just puts it in there. And he didn't say much. He didn't talk about it. He just like, here's a beer that I made. And this is Black Cat Brewing Company, correct?
Black Cat Beer Co. Yep.
That's what you go by, which is cool.
That's the name.
I was hoping my Black Cat would make an appearance on the screen tonight. But of course, tonight that I would like her to do that, she doesn't. But
they're never going to do what you want.
Got a little cute paw with the letters BCBC in the little paw prints. Very nice. But yeah, outside that, you said nothing about this beer. Would you care to
I'm trying to think of what I gave you now. I'm guessing
would the color help?
It's a barley wine. I'm guessing it's a barley wine. Because that's probably what I have.
That could be trouble, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, if you're cracking it, let's take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour it.
Lifetime review here.
Ooh, it smells good. I'm upset with myself. I used to homebrew back in the day, back in 2010, and it was fun. We would just be out. We'd do it. My buddy had an apartment, so we would do it outside and we'd store it in the basement. And then when he moved out of there, we moved it to my back deck and then put it in my basement to ferment and stuff like that. And it was fun. It was a good afternoon with the guys hanging out, drinking beer while we made beer. And I don't know what happened. We just kind of like got to the point where it's like, the yield wasn't really worth all the time and whatever. It's very much a passion project, as I'm sure you know that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And at the time too, it's like, the craft beer industry was blowing up. And it just kind of seemed like a space that like there wasn't room for more. And I think I was very wrong. Very wrong. And so I wish that I had kept with it, but I didn't. Is this filtered?
No,
It's pretty good
there
though.
will be some yeasties in the bottom.
Not too bad though.
No,
I didn't think it was filtered.
yeah, I'm not that
This is
fancy.
this is dark.
It does
So
look
what
dark.
so what is this?
I'm guessing it's either a barley wine, maybe a black barley wine. I know I made that too. Trying to think what I made and had around then.
I feel like the barley wine would smell a little bit boozier.
Uh,
Maybe.
it
I'll have to
it
try
might
it.
not. Yeah.
I'll have to try it. Here we go. I mean, if that's barley wine, that's the non-booziest barley wine I've ever had. Tasting. I'm trying to think of what I taste. I don't
A
know.
little bit of cat, perhaps.
A little bit of cat.
Some cat paw.
Yeah, that's my assumption is it's because there's not a lot that I bottle anymore. Usually I keg everything, so I'm guessing that's either the barley wine or a black barley wine, which is kind of the variation on the same recipe, just with more like roasted malts, like midnight wheat and stuff like that.
It's the black then. That's what I'm
Okay,
tasting. The roasted malts is what I'm tasting.
okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's really good.
Thank you.
I'm
Glad
not
you
just
enjoyed
saying
it.
that because you're staring at me here. I mean, I can tell you it sucks. What are you gonna do? Come fight me?
Yeah,
No, you're not gonna fight me.
that's all.
Hmm. That's excellent. So I mean, how often do you brew and bottle and keg beer?
It honestly depends. I mean, I usually try to like once a month or so. Maybe a little less frequently depending on the time of the year, what's going on. I've been brewing a little more now because with the homebrew club, we're going to be at the Kirby Fest um, at the end of the month. So I made some kegs up for that, so we have enough to go around and brewed a little extra. But yeah, usually like once a month. And now that I got like the kegging stuff, I usually keg most everything unless it's something big that's going to sit around for a while.
You said the homebrew club.
Yes,
Is that the one that meets at Sabatini's once a month?
you got it.
So Party Marty.
Oh yeah,
He's been trying to. He's invited me to the last 2 months to
he
come,
said.
and I would love to. I mean, it's on the way home. I legitimately have a legit excuse every time I can't. Um, did you guys just meet like yesterday?
Last Wednesday, we actually had a
Oh, it's already the
like a
13th.
little, yeah.
Jesus, can't keep
But
track.
yeah, no, it was good.
I think actually the first or the first week, April 5th. He reminded me. I had it in my phone, and my daughter was sick, and I had been away for the 2 weekends in a row. I'm like, if I say to my wife, you're on your own again with the kids,
Yeah,
it probably wouldn't end well for me. But yeah, he's been inviting me every month for the last like 3 months, and I've been I've been blowing it. But yeah, I mean, this is home brewing is obviously a huge thing, and this is really good. I'm thoroughly impressed
thank you.
for what it's worth for the guy with 5 listeners. But yeah, go ahead, talk more about this. You know, you do it, when you can, more certain times of year.
Yeah, usually try to make, big, heartier stuff like that in the winter. And then, now summer, make lighter, kind of stuff. Usually that goes through a little quicker because, lighter ABV, that kind of thing.
Right.
All depends on the, club activity and stuff too. Um,
Talk
how
about
much
the
we can give
club.
away and stuff.
What do you guys do there?
That's
Marty's kind of talked a little bit about it.
yeah. So basically it's we meet the first Wednesday of the month and get together, and it depends on the month. Sometimes it's just discussing, stuff we have going on, like, Kirby Fest or up at Back Mountain, he's going to be doing a learn to homebrew class that we're going to help out with. So sometimes it's just discussing that kind of stuff. Or this past week when we had it, we actually did like a club sponsored competition where, we used the club funds and stuff to buy some malts and hops for everybody. And you had to use, these two particular things. But other than that, you can do what you wanted, and kind of got people to see what, judging beer is like. Sometimes we'll do just talking on, off flavors or tasting beer, or pretty much just whatever, seems to be going on for the month.
That's cool. And what's your setup at home?
I just use I was doing for a while, I was doing the old propane tank with the pot and boiling everything and that, but I've got an all-in-one system, electric system now, so it makes it a lot easier. Just brew, mash, everything all in one, and then dump it out into the fermenter and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just the turkey fryer, and then we had a big pot, and then at one point, and this is right before we quit, we actually got a keg from Brian Craig, RIP, from the Bog, and he gave us a keg that we cut the top off of and used that for like one or two of them. Okay. For whatever reason.
Yeah, do what you can.
Yeah. That was sweet though.
Nice.
Yeah. It was fun though. Like I said, it's like a lot of community and like, camaraderie.
Oh yeah.
In that culture. So
definitely.
I been a huge fan of craft beer for a long time. And I wish I kept with it. I really do. But I don't know.
Well, maybe the Popko Porter will bring it back. Never know.
Nah. No. I'll leave it to the guys who know what they're doing.
I just drink it, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's just I have a huge appreciation for those who do it. I don't know. I just I lost interest in it. I don't know. I like drinking it. I like the concept behind the beer. I like the like a lot of the marketing and branding behind beer, and different brands and things like that. Like my favorite, actually using a cup right now, Brewdog. Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big fan of those guys. They actually just released a Caddyshack collaboration.
Cool.
What is it? It's what is it here? It's called Bushwood Beer. It's just a Pilsner, but it's got a bunch of it's got the gopher and stuff on the front of it.
Okay.
That came today.
Nice.
It did a collab with Christmas Vacation in the wintertime. But yeah, beer's cool. A lot of good can come of it, I think. If
like most of our albums.
well, if done, responsibly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
there's definitely been the occasion where we've got together to record, and
I'll tell you what,
super high on what we recorded. I'm like, oh, this was so good. I wake up the next day and listen to it. I'm like, oh God, what the hell did I just do?
If it weren't
guitars out of tune.
If it wasn't for beer, I don't know that I'd be married to my wife right now. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that how we met? Didn't Tim record us one day at like, what was that?
Oh yeah.
Was that Baptist night?
That was the Baptista night. Oh my God. I think we were just like sitting on my kitchen floor, like
because there was no other
something.
choice.
Yeah, just jamming something.
So you guys
Yeah,
met over beers.
oh no. That's
No,
I think that's how
no.
we met you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Where were we at?
The first time we were on Alt 92, Tim, my neighbor Tim Siegfried sent you. I think it was
Oh,
us.
yeah. Yes. I got confused there. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
No, you're good.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember being on your floor. I don't remember being anywhere
Yeah, no,
with
no.
you guys.
I honestly, I don't know if it might have just been me and Joe on the floor. I don't know. There was
Yeah,
somebody clicking bottle caps in the background, like
yeah.
Monty Python and stuff. It was,
5 minutes before that, I definitely tripped over a litter box. So
yeah, makes sense.
And Black Cat Bruin was born. Yeah, I mean, I this is back when MySpace was a thing. I mean, I think you know my wife. You guys
Yeah.
like work together or in some kind of fashion. Way out of my league, beyond out of my league, and we talked a little bit via text or whatever, and I didn't think she was interested, so I was like, okay, yeah, this I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I'm gonna leave this alone. So I didn't talk to her for a few weeks, and then I had some beers. I mean, I just got home from the bar or whatever, and I got online and I messaged her via MySpace. And I don't remember what I said. I actually have the printout uh, of how that all played out because I keep saying that she fell into my trap. She says that I fell into her trap. So I have it all printed out just to reference. And yeah, if it wasn't for beer, I never would have had the courage to message her. And yeah, I mean, maybe if I didn't do that, obviously, if I didn't do that, we wouldn't be where we are today.
There you go.
Beer's holding the universe together.
Thank you, beer. Thank you, beer. I don't know. What else? Let's go back to Arbor Atlantic. That's what we're here to talk about.
I almost forgot about that for a minute.
Well, I mean, did you guys ever play shows like when, Joe, when you were living around here? Did you guys perform live ever, or is this really just a project that's really just for the two of you guys and like your friends, and get some radio play and kind of share it with the world that way? What's the end goal with this? I mean, is there one, or are you just like, fuck it, we're gonna play music and record for us, and that's it?
I mean, I'm just doing what makes me happy.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had there's one moment, I think we've had it a couple times. I think Will and I both loved it, where somebody on the interwebs listened to one of our songs, and they said that it really hit them. They really felt it, and that was all either one of us ever needed. I think it's all I ever needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if that's the total that comes of it, then that's great. That's an accomplishment.
Exactly. Yeah,
What's the
we
coolest
never
thing about
set out
music?
to do.
Yeah.
Never set out to do live shows or anything like that initially, and it's always hard too when it's just the two of us to be able to put everything together. So
Right.
Mostly like just 14 guitar parts going at one time.
Yeah.
So you guys have never played a show together, like live?
I mean, outside of like
for friends, whatever. But like
at a pool party or something like that.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Not a paid gig out.
No.
Okay, that's cool. But isn't that what kind of like the greatest thing about music is like, if it can touch that one person that way, like that's all that matters. Like, it's such an amazing thing, and it's universal, right? Like, everyone can feel that. Maybe not with the same song, but like everyone has that moment with a piece of music, whether it's rock or alternative or classic or whatever it might be. Like, it's an amazing thing, and that's when I always like, I'm grateful that I am surrounded by it in instances like this, right? But I wished I had like a creative like bone in my body where I could perform music too. I'm just way too old to start trying to learn now. And don't try and say it's never too late, because it is. Just it is. Listen, if I'm not working out in my spare time, I'm not going to pick up a guitar. Like, let's just call facts facts. But
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm not going to fight you then. If you're going to be like that, then so be it.
but no, I mean, talk about like that as far as like what music has meant to you guys over the course of your lives, and what's important for you guys to do this music, and for really nobody other than yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, music has always just been like, I've always felt it's like the ultimate creative outlet. You can, I mean, you can make anything, into music, sounds, whatever. Like there's no real boundaries to what you can do. Whether everybody has their own taste and everything, obviously, but um, just being able to capture a feeling or an emotion or something in a song or something like that is just, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
I remember I've always I've always loved just listening to music when I was a kid. I remember when I first started playing, um, my mom bought me a guitar one year for Christmas, an acoustic guitar, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this? so I just started playing, and I'd learned some songs and whatnot. But I mean, probably within like 6 months, I was like, oh well, let me see if I can do something myself. And I pieced it together, and that it's just that feeling of even the simple things I was doing then, that feeling of like, oh, I found this perfect part that's going to fit in here. I'm so happy. it's it's those little moments for me that I just love.
To this day, my mom. I bust her balls a lot. She when I was younger, she wanted me to take banjo lessons. And I'm like, I mean, I wasn't interested in music like that back then. I was even less interested when you said banjo. Like if you said guitar, maybe I would have been like, okay, let's do this. But
Yeah.
she said banjo, right? But like I always say, like you made me like take baths when I didn't want to take a bath. You made me go to bed when I didn't want to go to bed. But you couldn't make me play guitar. You couldn't tell me, hey, John, like me and your dad are like 5'9". Like, well, and my dad was 5'9" or whatever. My mom was probably 5'7", 5'6". Like, yo, we're short, and you're not going to be in the NBA. Like this can take you, the length of your life. play the guitar, play the banjo, whatever you want to do. But I was just not interested. I remember loving music as a young kid, and listening to my parents play records and shit like that, and liking it. But I was all about baseball and basketball, and um, obviously that didn't go anywhere past high school. But I wish that like I had taken an interest back then, or at least gave it a chance, but I didn't. So here we are.
I mean,
So
bed, bath, banjo sounds like they're trying to torture with bees. Maybe they should have changed the letter.
maybe a guitar that would have been fine.
See, it
Guitar,
would have been fine. Break the trend. Yeah.
guitar. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what could have been. We'll never know.
Endless possibilities.
We'll
Well,
never
it
know.
wouldn't have. It might not have been this though, and this is pretty awesome. So good conversation.
Well, I appreciate your the effort you're making. Well, what else? What else? I mean, we talked about Arbor Atlantic. We got an album on the way, or maybe two albums on the way.
A lot of albums on the way.
A lot of albums on the way. We're not stopping. We're not playing out live, but we're not the music. The music will not stop.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I've started reaching out more to other people working on some collabs, which is cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we have a whole double EP coming out with collabs that Will's been working with people from all over the world on
sweet.
some of these. So
Yeah, a couple of different people, different vibe on every track, trying to, I mean, nothing's cohesive about it outside of it's other people working together. What there's one guy that's a hip hop guy in Canada, gins. And then there's some girls there in a group called Cosmos over in Europe.
Hmm.
Doing some vocals. God, I can't even think there's too many, but
One
yeah,
point we
it's
started
just
on
been
a.
cool
Oh, sorry.
working with people from across the world on songs, music. Um, yeah, even
Yeah,
if it's not our normal.
we started on an EP with. Well, we did a track. Met this one guy from Norway. Goes by Xref. Awesome guy. I guess he's a drum and bass or EDM guy, or I don't know exactly how to categorize a genre, but it was like. So of course, when you find yourself working with somebody from Norway, you got to make a Viking power metal album. So let's go. But we're almost done with that EP actually. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff.
That's cool. That's awesome. Now, have either of you ever thought about performing live? Maybe it's not obviously as Arbor Atlantic, but Joe, like let's say someone came up and said, "Hey, we need a lead vocalist or whatever." Is that something you entertain or will? I mean, same thing. Like if someone said we need a guitarist, is that something that you'd entertain? Like, or are you just solely set on like, hey, you know what? We're busy. We got lives. We've got Joe's getting married soon. Will's got a busy life too. Like, are you guys set on that, or would you explore those opportunities if they arose?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I ever see myself as like a live performer.
Okay.
It's never really been my I don't want to say like dream, but it's just I don't know. It's interesting, but not enough to get me outside of the comfort zone of writing and recording um, new stuff.
Okay.
I'd probably enjoy it. I think. I think time. I mean, if somebody came up to me and also handed me like time in a little bag, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, this is nice.
This is
But
true.
Yeah. It's
yeah,
tough,
I
right?
usually I usually keep pretty busy with work and trying to mix 14 guitar tracks at a time. So, um, yeah, time is a tough commodity sometimes.
It really is. I wish we had more of it. I don't think people put enough value on time.
No, it's kind of sad because most people tend to just work their young years away, right?
Hmm.
And then retire when you can't walk.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like um I'll still probably retire when I can't walk. I don't know that I'll be able to retire early, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, people just definitely don't associate or assign a value to time because it's like you can't get it back. You can't get more of it. Like it's so limited, It's like and you get the same as everyone else, right? I mean, in a day that you're alive. But some people, unfortunately they pass early. Like it's one of those things. It's like deep and it's like fucked.
Well, yeah, think of like NEPA or I mean even Colorado. I mean, winters are cold,
Yeah.
and then you're working during the week, so you start thinking about it, and you're like, man, I have Saturday and Sunday, so I
Right.
have 2 days for like 12 weeks when it's nice outside.
Yeah.
So what am I like working to live for 24 days a
Right.
year?
Yeah.
Something's
It's
wrong. Yeah.
yeah. It's definitely. I mean, and I just turned 40 in November, so that for me was like a real kick in the dick. Um, in that like the average lifespan for a man I think is like 76. So let's just call me hopefully live until I'm 80. So my life is essentially halfway over or half over. If you go according to the math and the statistics, it's more than halfway over. So I was like, I'm just like in my own head, like, fuck, like I'm halfway dead. Or I'm more than halfway dead. Like I've got two kids and I want to, make sure that I see, grow up and, God willing that I am around for them to get married and have children or whatever they decide to do in life. Like, but I'm like, I'm I'm halfway dead. It sucks. And I mean, I don't regret anything that I've done or didn't do to a degree. I mean, I definitely wish I wish, everyone does. I wish I knew then what I know now. Um, but like, no one could teach you that. It's
Yeah.
weird. Sucks. When you're younger, I always want to be older. I want to be able to drive. My parents always said, like, listen, like, no, you don't. Just enjoy being a kid. Enjoy
Yeah.
playing fucking Little League baseball. Like, just enjoy it. Like, oh fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, never said that to them, but like in your head, like, what are you don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, shit, they did. They
Yeah.
did.
Takes you a
And
while to get that
and
perspective.
no one will ever be able to like I could tell my kids like till I'm blue in the face, like enjoy, being young, and they're never gonna listen to me. Like every kid never listens to their parents or an adult figure.
They just think it's cool, but I mean they don't realize that, it's tax day in 2 days. Like you don't have to think about that when you're 10.
No,
Nope.
nothing though. Like it's oh my God. And again, like now, and you can't go back in time. Like that time is gone. I don't know. Do you guys have
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah.
No,
No,
Just cats.
just cats. Hey,
I have some plants.
got some
Oh, I
plants.
guess. You just have to water them, so it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm also I'm pretty sure we're the only people in Denver that don't have a dog. Like the actually only people. I'm surprised if the city council found out, they probably kick us out. So
Immediate citation.
I hope nobody in your 5 listeners is from the Denver City Council.
No, I probably have one listener from Colorado, but he's not. Yeah, he's not on council. You're good.
Good.
You're
All
good.
right.
Your secret's safe.
Okay.
But well, guys, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Arbor Atlantic. Um, I'm kind of bummed that I'll never see you guys perform live, but also there's this cool mystique about it that like that won't be a thing. So
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
glad
one
you
day
got.
we'll have to do like a Popko basement show.
Well, I mean, I'm working eventually. Like my goal is to get a legit studio. Um, I would love to like have a space where the guests can also perform a song or two if they wanted to. Uh, but again, it's those one of those time things, and also I make $0 from doing this, so it's like a money thing too. I'm not exactly in a position where I could say, yeah, I'll rent a space for $500 a month.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely want to like I mean the goal of this was to you know it, give exposure to artists, right? So it's been on 2.5 years now. It'll be 3 years in December. Kind of doing the same thing. It's definitely time to kind of like hopefully take it to a next level and be able to, you know, offer more. But we'll see. I mean, the my 9 month old kind of derailed uh, a lot of free time that I had, and he kind of and he, I had a lot. I felt like
I
I
hear
had,
they do that.
yeah. I mean, great. I couldn't be happier. It's she's a blessing. She was an IVF baby. And my 5 year old son, he's in coach pitch baseball now, and I'm helping coach the team, and that's been we practice 3 days a week, which has been an absolute joy, and also just like God, just fucking come home from work and just sit on the couch for a minute. But it just I had a lot of momentum going before my daughter was born, I think, and it's just a little bump in the road, but we'll get there. But what I was saying about you guys, like, it's like what you're doing is cool. Obviously you love doing it, you're happy doing it, and that's what it's all about. I mean, we do these things for ourselves, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's great. And hopefully we'll send more beer my way. I mean, Jesus,
Of course.
this is excellent.
But he has to sneak it into your pocket though, or it doesn't count.
For real this time. It may have been in your wife's purse, though. Actually,
Might have been
it may have been in your
secret
I can't.
stash.
That was
Don't give away your secret. It's
yeah, that was definitely
like a beer ninja.
that was an out of body experience for me that day. So, but I remember like I don't know if you went out to your car and got it or if your wife had it, but regardless, thank you for giving it to me. I appreciate the thought behind it.
Anytime.
But where can people find your music, your social media pages, website if you have one?
Yeah, I mean, we're at least those other 3 albums. They're on all major platforms, Spotify, anything you could want. Other than that, SoundCloud, usually you'll find our most up-to-date stuff. Just that's where we post everything before we finalize it. So we got, I mean, like I said, we got those 3 albums, we got the EPs, we got tons of extra stuff on there. They're not organized, but tons of really cool jams on there. Other than that, Facebook, Instagram, follow us, Arbor Atlantic. We usually post when there's new releases and things. So
Sweet. Well, guys, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
thank you.
Joe, thank you for foregoing the daylight and
It is officially transitioned.
being outside.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, you just.
I guess I'm not even looking at it. Yeah, it's dark on that.
Yeah, you just blew a lot of outdoor time talking to me. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a good conversation.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And Will, thank
Definitely.
you for reaching out and being supportive of what I'm doing. And
Oh, of course.
thanks for the beer again. And hopefully I'll run into, well, obviously, Joe, I probably won't see you. If I'm ever in Colorado, I'll definitely
yeah, hit me up if you're in
hit
Denver.
you up for sure.
Yeah.
Traveling these days is very limited. It's like the beach or the kids, or I go to Boston and Atlantic City once a year.
Okay.
I want to go to Texas. I want to go to. I've never been to Denver. I've been to Colorado a couple times, but never to Denver.
It's a cool town.
Yeah.
Back Mountain is beautiful.
Will's been out a couple times now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
One of these days. When my kids are grown.
Days.
My kids are grown, and I can't walk.
I'll push you around in a wheelchair. It's fine.
All right, sweet. Okay.
I'll put a cup holder on there or go buy some craft brewery.
This is recorded. This is a verbal agreement.
That's fine.
You're
all
in
right.
for it now.
Here's the handshake right now. Here you go.
All right. That's sweet. All right, guys. Thank you. Arbor Atlantic, all streaming services, SoundCloud specifically. Check out all their stuff. And eventually everything will kind of migrate over to the the Spotify's and Apples and stuff like that. But guys, thank you again. And
Thank you.
Will, hopefully I'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
and Joe,
Catch
hopefully I'll
up
see you
at
soon.
Back Mountain or Sabs.
Yeah. Real quick. Are you a frequenter of like beer stores in the area outside of Sabs?
Usually somewhat here and there, but
I'm sorry. I'll let you go. I'll let you go after this. I'm sorry. Have you ever been to Plaza Beverage in Pittston?
Yeah, I've been there.
Outside of Sabs, right? One of the hands down one of the best selections of craft beer in the valley. And it's like 5-10 minutes from my house, so it was like my go-to spot.
yeah. Usually
know,
I'm between Sabs or Wyoming Valley Beverage and Edwardsville because that's close for me too.
Yeah, so
they always have.
Marty told me
way
that that's Wyoming Valley Beverage is the next best thing. So, and Marty's spot was great too, but he sold out. Loser.
Yep.
He won't listen to this. But so one day, I always have my beer stocked with, or my fridge stocked with beer, and I hadn't gone to Plaza in a long time. And I was getting low. One day I was close by, and I decided to go. And I walk in, and the minute I walked in the door, something felt off. but I didn't really pay any attention. I walk in and I'm kind of poking around in the craft beer section, the right hand corner.
Mhm.
They were always overflowing with beer, like to the point where there was cases of beer on the floor, right? And I'm looking around, I'm like, there's no cases of beer on the floor. I'm like, maybe they're doing floors tonight, right? Maybe they're just cleaning the floors.
Yeah.
And they picked up, no big deal. So I'm, going through things and I'm like, huh. No one's asked me if I needed help because they always ask me if I need help. I
Yeah.
never do, but they always ask me. And that's not happening. And then there's like really no music playing. I'm like, okay. So whatever. I grab the 6 pack I wanted to get, and I get up to the counter. I put it on the counter, and I look up, and it is not the same ownership at all whatsoever. Completely different. Because the old man had it, and then there was Chuck, and his wife worked there, and they were there all the time.
Yeah.
And I looked, and I just looked up, and I'm like, oh shit, this is different. And it's weird that I had like the minute I walked in the door, I felt something was off. But it's under different ownership now. I don't know if you knew that or not. But I
I
found
did
that
not. I
out.
haven't been there in a while.
Yeah. But like it was like I was genuinely like I got home. I said to my wife, I'm like, I said, babe, the beer store is they sold. She's like, so? I'm like, it's just not the same.
You,
And
you don't even know.
you don't understand. Like, you don't understand. And the rest of the night, I'm like, I can't believe it. I kept saying, I can't believe it. And I'm interested to see what happens. I've seen, those beer distributors bought by, other people, and it's just different. They end up, limited inventory, um, just not a great selection. They usually, the new ownership typically stocks the normal Bud Light, Coors Light, Yingling, all the staples, right?
Right.
So I'm just curious as to what's going to happen. Okay, but I'm just bummed. I'm
Yeah.
bummed
That's
out.
tough.
I don't know why I felt the need to share that with you. I feel like I guess as a fellow beer lover,
Could
but
understand. Yeah.
it was just it's just Marty, and
Yep.
he owned a distributor at one point, and yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to share that with you for what it's worth. It probably didn't need to be shared, but here we are.
It's out there now.
Sucks. I'm still bummed. I'm still I've gone in there since then. I've gone in there since. It's.
Trying to live the good old days.
I mean, the inventory is definitely scaling back, and I'm sure it will continue to do so until it's gone, and then they'll revamp and do a new layout and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just I don't know, just very bummed. I'm sorry for boring you with that last bit of information.
I don't know.
Guys, Arbor Atlantic, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
All right.
Thank you.
Later, guys. We'll see you.
See ya.